If you don't know me, my name is Yuki. I left my role as a product manager to try to find my own path. So right now I am working on this journal. Last episode, I had made the design of it, printed it, and was waiting for that journal to arrive. So now we're going to continue from me actually receiving the notebook, looking through it, updating my designs, and then listing it on Shopify. I got my shipment in the mail for Lulu. This is the saddle stitch journal that I ordered, and I believe I ordered it on what is day 3 of the vlog, but is really a couple days ago. It says that it was printed on July 30th, and it must have been ordered, it's a total of 9 days. 9 days in between ordering the journal and actually getting it delivered, with most of the time not spent in delivery, but in between ordering and printing. Let's see how this unboxing goes. Hey. Oh wow, I really like this. It's inside of this bubble wrap, which is nice. No, I know that it'll be protected, and inside compass. Here it is. Wow. I'm actually really pleased with how this came out. I like that it's clean. It's simple. Oh, look at this. Look, I noticed how this is not exactly aligned and the paper is pretty thin. How do you use this? It's got some examples. Yeah, I need to move this either down or all of these need to go up higher. That's what I noticed. So see how this one's right smack in the middle. These all need to go up higher. It's not perfectly aligned. Oh, I don't know how this got lower. I like this page. It says this notebook is meant to help you track your feelings and intensity of those feelings over time. And then this in the space, it says right below what you're tracking and why. What would you like to understand about yourself? What are your goals? And then you have a date here so that you know. This is where I started. This is my baseline. Here's the rest of the pages, which I'm just gonna, and then here's, okay, so this is a reflection page. I might wanna add a title here on the reflection page, but it says, like, what was going on during your strongest feelings this week? When were your feelings most intense? Who are you around during your strongest emotions? Did you notice any patterns? Is there anything you can experiment with for the next week? And then you start your next week here. Honestly, this journal would be perfect if this was just higher up. I don't know how that changed, but look, that's a super easy fix. But I'm actually really happy with how this went. Okay, so then I've got a bunch of pages. So each one has 7 pages before you get to a reflection. This actually might, let's see if this is enough data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so after every 7 days, you have a reflection. Ideally, it's weekly. You can just make a ritual around this. So actually, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And I'm actually gonna see a friend this week, and she texted me, I want one, when she saw this video. So I'm gonna ask her to take a look and get some feedback. And look, okay, this is the last reflection series. This is the very last page here. It says, based on looking back at your previous entries, what do you notice? Is there anything you can change about your situation or environment? Is there anything that seems to help? By the way, I think if somebody says there's nothing I can change about my situation or environment, then you need to change your environment. So if you're at a toxic work situation and every bit of your strong emotions is tied to who you work with, I strongly recommend you start looking for another job. Is there anything that seems to help? Reread your answer to setting the compass. I hope this is clear enough, but basically reread your answer to setting the compass means go back to your first 2 page, 1, 2, 3, this page. It means go back to this page and just check how things changed or stayed the same since your answer. That's it. That's my insight journal. This is my insight compass. And I do think the saddle stitching is the right move, just because, look, you can lay it flat. It feels way more like a notebook. I don't love the long shipping times when it comes to US shipping. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Either check for another supplier or write to Lulu and see why it is such a long shipping time, but I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. I updated the design to fix some of the issues that I pointed out during the unboxing and made plans to get feedback the next day from one of my friends who is also into mental health. Katie here is giving me feedback as my first beta user of this notebook.
I'm reviewing about the numbers.
Oh, yes. What do you think about the numbers?
I think that the 5, the 3, and the 6, I don't really know what they mean, and I find them slightly confusing. But after you broke down to me what you meant by that, I understood. But I think, as you were saying, maybe have that as a key, just so we know what that is for. I think it's all good.
Oh, thank you.
I like how after a couple of days, there's a reflection thing. So you've got one for each day of the week, and then you can reflect at the end of the week, which is good. That's good. I personally really like it.
Thank you.
And I would definitely have to invest in one of these.
The next day, I made changes to the design based on her feedback, including adding a legend key to the example page so people know how to rate their emotional intensity, and republishing the design. Now I just needed to set up the Shopify shop. That afternoon, I met up with another friend to do some co-working. Looking back, while I was waiting for the journal to ship, I could have created product markups of the journal and set up the site to avoid losing time waiting. In the last episode, I had put together a Google form to gather interest and see where people were based for shipping, and one person filled it out, thank you, and that person was based in the US. Also, I think it's just easier if I base the store out of the US for now and figure out about shipping times later. I added pictures and a description and finished setting up my Shopify with the help of some Lulu help pages, and also saved everything and previewed my final page at the end. And to actually buy it, I needed to set up the Shopify app store with the Lulu Direct app, which didn't work the first time, so I just kept trying to install the Lulu Direct app onto Shopify until it worked. I'm going to a friend's wedding at the end of the month, so now I'm going to ship one of the books to my friend's place that I'm staying with to see how long shipping really takes and do a test order through the Shopify site. As I did this, I noticed if I'm ordering from Shopify, there's a fulfillment order fee, taxes, which I think I need to collect as a shop owner, and it's a 9 to 11 day ship time, which I find very confusing because it's the same price that if I was to place the order directly through Lulu, it's a almost 20-day shipping time, and that was the thing I complained about earlier. But for some reason, there's no tax and the shipping price is the same. I think I'll have to order directly from Lulu and also from my own Shopify store to understand. I find this super strange. I'll update you. And please, if you find this useful, please subscribe and leave a comment so that you can find out what happens once I receive the orders. Oh, because of this additional pricing, I then had to up the price of the journal to $15 to cover the basic absolute minimum to have even a margin, a tiny margin, which I don't think is ideal. Thanks so much for watching so far, and if you found this useful, please let me know in the comments.